Okay, just testing out the mic stuff before we unmute. How's it sounding, Quincy?
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it? How about now?
Nah, it's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, the music's about to kick in a little bit. Can you hear the music and my voice? Like, how's it sounding? Because it sounded super quiet when I was messing around with it. Like, give it a second. I want to make it so like I can talk about like my normal register without.
Jesus. Just put my headset on.
What?
Put my headset on. Like talking and put my headset on.
Oh, yeah, that's actually smart.
Yeah, but like you have a pretty big, you know what I mean?
Delay? What?
But yeah, just talk and then put it on.
Okay, I'm just gonna hear my voice talk, blah 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 blah.
Where am I at?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I can hear YouTube at the same time.
Oh shoot.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna play around with it. Thanks. Good catch. Sorry. Okay, I'll just increase my mic, just like a little bit, I guess. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, hopefully the voice isn't too loud and got that bouncing with the music. I'm gonna assume it works. If not, fantastic. But with that being said, hey, there we go. Look at that. Got a little bit of a wonky angle there and a little bad on the focusing. I'm never gonna figure this out, dude. All right, it's on my face. I don't know. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? My name is Zach. This is I Don't Know Entertainment. If you're coming from YouTube, it's Zonk. Welcome back to the stream. Pretty crazy day yesterday. What's up?
Stay stream.
Appreciate you, man. Pretty crazy day yesterday, actually. So, got our first tip. That was kind of exciting. That was really exciting. It led to procrastination, but awesome. Met a few cool new people, and yeah, we got some work done. We're pretty close to actually finishing putting the like kind of structure to the game. Sorry, I keep seeing like the focus, like it's right on my camera. Like if I do this, super bad on my monitor. Whatever. But yeah, we're gonna be doing pretty much what we were doing yesterday, or continuing what we were doing yesterday, which is just adding more of like the shop elements to the game. But if you were looking at, let me just open up Godot real quick. Should I have had this prepped? Yes, but do we ever have anything prepped on the stream? No. That's what makes it fun. So we go to the dev scene here. Peep it. A little recap of what we did yesterday. Basically, we just added in the UI for the build system. Mesh responding infinitely. We fixed that build lag. So now whenever the player hops in the game, oh, okay. Oh, my mic cable just quit the game for us. That's convenient. We go here. We open up the game. It's printing something. The days are going by super fast. There we go. You can now see we have our building system. We can press B to cancel it. We can delete old buildings, get new ones. Look at that. It's great. You can stand on them. You can do stuff that you can usually do with the buildings as a solid object. So, what we're gonna do here today is we're gonna add the shop screen, and well, before we even do that, we got to make it so when you actually place the building, it removes it from the inventory. I guess the first thing we got to do. So let's actually go over to our build menu here, and we will look at. There's this. What we need to do is we need a update function that basically calls whenever the player places a building. So the building UI knows that if, for example, index or really max index right here is equal to -1, the text gets updated. So we're gonna say here is if that blah blah blah, really what we want to do is right here, because apparently input gets called every frame. So this is essentially our update function. We basically just want to say if event, or no, if max underscore index is less than 0, so it's kind of going backwards, or it just doesn't really exist. All we want to say is for our current building label text equals no buildings. Sick. Let's go over to our main node here. So we have the build ghost is what we want to mess with. So whenever is build is valid happens, and if we go to our input event here, right here, if event is build and is build valid is equal to true, we do all of this where we create a new building. Now what we need to do is we need to actually add this new building to as a child of the building manager, because I believe, yeah, we have that now. So that's one thing we have to do. And another thing we have to do is just make sure that it's actually reflected inside the player inventory, and then so on and so forth. Because since the input function is called every frame, shouldn't be too crazy. In fact, before we get into it, like really crazy into it, let me bring up our work timer. Super important, Pomodoro is the method. We are going to just create a signal on, let's see, the build goes right here. Because this is on confirmation, we'll just say, hey, whenever you spawn, make sure you remove the proper thing. So let's actually break this down before I go forward. So the first thing that needs to happen is when the build ghost is placed, it sends out a signal saying, hey, main, this just happened. Build managers or main goes like, okay, cool. Need to talk to the player inventory, need to remove this building from their inventory, because I'm pretty sure build manager currently only has this. Active buildings is just going to be equal to, it could be its children, really. I think better, yeah, I'll just say, hey, number. We're not even gonna worry about that because this is more for the taxation part. That's like the last little bit we have to add. So basically, build goes places, gets confirmed, it places the building as a child of the building manager, sends a signal off to main saying, hey, this building was just placed. Main says, okay, cool. Remove this building from the player's inventory. Then the player inventory gets whatever quantity of buildings removed from it. Then it tells the build inventory, hey, I don't have anything. So the build inventory is like, okay, cool, we don't do anything, and so on and so forth. So that's the first thing. So let's get that signal going on the build ghost. And I'm gonna close the other tabs too. Make sure we have a pretty clean slate to work with. So that's a good place for this signal. Eventually I'm gonna reorganize that. For now, I'm not. So let's go signal. Should we do signal? Does anything already talk to the main when this is placed? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Get parent, not child, get parents. Yeah, okay, so let's do it. Let's just create a signal called placed building. And let's just say it emits a string of whatever the building is, and that should be under. Does this even have a reference to it? Because basically what we need this to do, yeah, because what we need the building resource to do is just contain something so it can tell what was added to it. Because I believe this just looks at that and takes the okay. Okay. Let's organize it like this. So basically, we just need the build ghost to first tell that something did happen. So I think the easiest way to do that is just to add to the building resource an export variable that contains what it's called. So we're gonna go export var building string. Cool. So if we go to the potato patch resource, which is right here, save this real quick. Call this one potato patch. Save that bad boy right there. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say build ghost. We're gonna create a signal called place building. It's going to emit name. It's just gonna be a string. And what that's going to do is, why are you freaking out? Because can I run current build ghost? Why not? Interesting. Okay. I said not necessary for that. Okay, so I haven't checked that out. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, hey, when this is placed, we're going to emit. We're gonna put placed building.emit. It's going to take build res that building name. Awesome. Then what we want to do is instead of this, because I already have a main node, what we want to do is we want to do main dot building manager. That child that. Yeah. Okay. So we got the signal. Let's get the ready set up so the signal is directly connected to our main node. And the main node should have on building placed. We have func on building place. It's going to take a building string. Let's take a void. That's right there. And on building place, go back to our build ghost. After setup or prior to setup, actually. We are going to say place building dot connect to main dot on building placed. There we go. So it's emitting to that, emitting. So on building place, what we're going to do is we're going to then say, okay, do this, not tell the building manager that this building was just placed, and remove it from the player's inventory. So we're gonna say, let's just get it to remove it from the player's inventory because we'll worry about the taxation part later. For now, the last thing we really have to do is just go to the inventory section here and just add the ability to remove and add a building from the player's inventory. And that's gonna be simple enough. It's purely just going to be like a, it's just gonna be a repeating version of like this removing potato seed, adding potato seed function. So I'm gonna add one func, add building. It's going to take a building string. It's going to take an amount, int. It's going to return void because it doesn't need to return anything. Oh, here we go. Here's a random print statement that I don't need anymore because I know this works. What we want to do is we want to say if owned building or owned buildings that has takes a key building. Or actually, I don't even need to do that. Also just need to say if the owned building has a building, then what we want to do is we want to say owned buildings and then take building. And then we want to plus equal by the amount. Then for the else, we want to say it on building buildings to amount. There you go. And then for the removal of the building, we'll do func remove building. It's going to take the same arguments. We'll do building string and hey AWC, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. How you doing? Or good evening. I don't know. There's a lot of you outside of the dayline. But welcome back to the stream. Let's return void. We're gonna say if not own buildings that has building. Then print debug actually. Player doesn't own this building to be removed. And else we want to do is we want to say own buildings, pass in buildings as our argument, minus equal, ooh, we can't do that. There we go. Minus equals amount. Actually, yeah, this shouldn't happen if I'm not wrong. I'm not even worried about it. So if own buildings, buildings minus amount. If own buildings, building, is equal to 0, then own buildings dot erase building. There we go. That should be the only rule of setup we need for the removal and addition of buildings. Now all we have to do is go back to our main node here and say on building place. What we want to do is for now we're just gonna do player that. Do I have a reference to the player inventory by default or no? Do I just have a reference to the player? I just have a reference to the player. Okay. Player.get node inventory component dot remove building. And what do we call it? Just building and amount. So we'll just pass in building. Like so. And now if this all works, we should be able to just go like this. Go like this. Alright, cool. We can't call remove building. Oh, I should have read that error before I close it. Dang it. There we go. Invalid call remove building in base node component expected 2 arguments. Oh, that's why. Let's just say by default it's equal to 1. Because by default anything should be equal to 1 unless I set it to something else. Okay, like that. Now we own 8. Now we own 7. We own 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. There we go. Okay. Hey, look at this. Oh. There we go. That should fix that. Okay, so. I don't want to choose numbers that take me more than like 2 seconds to just test. 2, 1. Hey, okay, that's wrong. If current no buildings, then what we want to do. I guess we could just say like signal out of buildings. It doesn't really do anything new. Do I have to put parentheses for that? I don't actually. Cool. So out of buildings dot connect to main dot on out of buildings. And let's do that in the main node here. Out of buildings. What we want to do is we just basically want to call, or we just want to destroy the build ghost actually. That key free. Oh wait, and just have to make sure that this is signaled when the buildings is called. So emit or out of buildings dot emit. There we go. Awesome, awesome. We're going pretty good here. Spam the potato patches. See what that is all about. Sick. Oh. Remove Q3 on a previous. Oh. That's just gonna be called infinitely, huh? Yeah, I guess I think I have an issue with that too. It's just gonna constantly emit the signal once that happens, so. Huh. I could do this on like a different. Oh, I didn't realize my mic was actually kind of lowered when I was adjusting it. I could do this on like a different line or. because it only really needs to do this once. Okay, no, we're just going to, for now, this is an easy fix. If it really screws up the performance, we'll fix it later. This is good game development. If it works, it works. And if there's a simple solution, you fix it. And if it just breaks the game, then you fix that. But if it doesn't break, you're fine. That's something I gotta teach myself. If is instance valid, and we're going to build ghost instance. Queue free. There we go. That should fix that. Whoa, okay. Same thing here. Okay, let's try that out. Okay, there's like a brief moment to show something, but that's pretty solid. Let's add that right here. Buildings are now removed from player inventory. Okay. Let's get that going. The next thing we have to do is add in a secondary building just to make sure this works. Because if it does, then we can implement the shop screen and we can have the ability to buy more buildings, which is what we want to do. So currently, let's take a look at the sprinkler just to see what we got going on for that. So, how's this all go down? So the sprinkler looks like that. That's fine. It has this little sprinkler range. That's cool. The build ghost works like this, and the way the build ghost works is it takes in a building resource, which is the following. It takes a ghost mesh, and it takes a target building. So, ghost building mesh. What is that for this guy here? Open anyway. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So now we're gonna take a quick little detour, and we're just gonna quickly finish up a sprinkler mesh that I made. So we can just import that and get that started without really worrying about it in the future. Yes, I was unwrapping this nonsense in a very, 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 very bad way. Okay. Wow, okay. Kind of got unused to Blender now. That's weird. Just also need to practice a lot more, actually, for that, too. So, just want to quickly finish that. Okay. Shouldn't be too long. I wonder if this is one of those things where can you just select it? Nope. Okay. Here, let me mess up real quick. Some conversation going on in the background. BRB. Or I'll just mute, but y'all see what's going on here. Okay, we are back. We're gonna finish this UV unwrapping here. Mark seam. Just do one more here. Just gonna get these intersections a little less gross. Okay, I think that's fine for that. And then we just need to get one line of each corner as a seam. And that will allow us to unwrap this little middle section a little bit better. Mark seam, should we get there? U unwrap, see what that looks like. That's a whole lot better. This inner kind of ring area is still got some decent stretch to it. So we'll just mark that as a seam here. A hue on a wrap. So we're going there. Better. Got that little area here. I believe, yeah. I wonder if I just actually just cut a line going down the middle of it. It'll be less kind of gross. Let's see. This model's gonna be so small, you're not really gonna be able to notice the seams on it, which is gonna be nice. I just wanna see if this works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. Okay. Okay, we're getting a little more to work with here. Same kind of issue here. We'll just follow the pathway I did with this guy here. We follow that wraps around, and there we go. Yo, no, God, no. Oh, let me just double check I'm not extruding anything. Classified distance, awesome. M, or no, U mark seam, just probably hockey, and I don't remember it. Unwrap. Okay, this is pretty good. This is like virtually no stretching except for like some of the weirder parts on the ring. That doesn't really matter. Okay, we did it. We've unwrapped a sprinkler here. Let's texture this bad boy up, and then we will get to the rest of the stuff. So, oh, got a Discord message. Let's see where that's coming from. That was the mod chat. All right. So let's see. The first thing we want to do for this guy here is just create a brand new texture for it. Actually, for now, we'll just make it like blue or whatever color sprinklers are. That took a while. Let's just go to our layout view, go to our rendering view, and we will just add a kind of like metallic. We'll just add like metallic silver to it for now. Kind of bluish in nature. Cool. And I just kind of want to see what it looks like when I smooth it. Yeah, that's real gross. Shade auto smooth. Hey, that's less gross. Kind of like the blackiness of it. All right, sweet. We'll save that now. So the good part about this is just like one singular mesh. So we can just export it as a GLTF. I'm just gonna go here, make sure that it's done. Include selected objects. That's what we want. Transform. Y up. Mesh, materials, yep, animation. There is no animation for this guy. Export. And I'm going to quickly just open up my file browser here. And this is just the thing I do this is just the thing you should do actually whenever you're messing around with file formats, whenever you're exporting or importing stuff. You want to just check it out in a different 3D view before you go through the process of importing it, because it is kind of a pain to do so. And most, if not all, computers now come with a 3D viewer built into it. We can see, looking pretty good. We can now put this bad boy into Godot. Take a look here. We're just going to collapse the files we don't need. I think you can just, nope. Okay, so we have the mesh mat folder here, which is kind of a mess because I was just playing around with exporting. Let's put in our sprinkler into here. There we go. Where did that import? Okay. Here. Let's take a look at our sprinkler here. Whoops, I did this very wrong. Don't undo that. Save, I guess. What did I just undo? Something. Thanks, game. Couldn't have done that without you. Where did that import? That's the real question. The sprinkler T scene should go back in the scenes folder. I don't know why that was just kind of out there in the open. Sprinkler GLB. Here we go. That's what we want. Awesome. It's gonna look. Oh, it actually looks fine on its own. Weird. Okay. Let's take our sprinkler here and just kind of copy what we did for the potato patch, because I just want to see how I did that. The potato patch has 3D potato spawns, which is something set up, but the mesh itself here, building mesh, it is a completely independent scene. Awesome. So we'll just do the same thing for the sprinkler. So where we have the sprinkler mesh, and just double checking here, yep. Show 3D interact component, yep. So we will just bring in our sprinkler GLB here. Import that. That is significantly bigger than the original sprinkler, which was already big to begin with. So we're just gonna shrink this guy down by a lot. As soon as I figured that out, scale, here we go, it's already linked. So we're gonna say like maybe, say like a tenth of what it is. That's a little too small. Maybe like half. There you go, a little too big. Maybe kind of like, nah. Maybe like 0.25, a quarter of it. That seems about right. Then we can get rid of the sprinkler mesh on there. Cool, like that. Now we got our sprinkler. Now we can just kind of mess around with this to get to the exact area we want it to be. So there's fine. Then let's take the interaction component or the collision shape right here. We are going to take its range, move it up, shrink the size just a tad, like that. Go to the other side, do the same thing. Should be good. Nice little box. Okay, that is our work chunk timer. So I'm going to just back this up real quick. And then we're gonna do something we haven't done on this channel in a bit, which is a quick little bake. I said it right the first time, base practice session. Imported sprinkler mesh, like so, push origin. Awesome, okay. Set to the face cam, and we will kind of just do like a little just chatting thing, which we do in between here. Or AWC, you're new to here, but this is something I just kind of do in between when the Pomodoro timer goes off. I mostly just kind of kick it for a bit. Helps my brain focus a little bit better. I also haven't played base in a couple of days, or one day actually. So it's good. Wow, my glasses are dirty enough to have lens flare. That's fun. Okay. What you looking at, Jethro? So once we get the sprinkler in, we'll be able to do the shop chart, which is pretty much like the last major component we have to add to the game. Because at that point, the player can just like actually fully play the game. You can buy stuff, you have the shop screen, you can increase your net worth, blah, blah, blah. We just have to adjust the timing of how the game works, and I don't know where I plugged it in backwards. We just need to adjust the timing of the game, of how the game works, so like the day-night cycle and junk like that. But you know, outside of that, not bad. Oh, god damn it, dog. My arms are still so dead from what I last tried to do. Rock climbing, you weirdos, before you say anything else that I can't pluck anymore. Yeah. Hey, AWC, you still there? How you doing today? If I haven't already asked that. So I'm kind of low energy today. I've not been sleeping that well actually lately. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm figuring it out. Yeah, no, my arms are shot, actually. That is weird. It's a weird feeling. Like, it's been a minute since I've like exercised enough for me to lose my arm, like at least ability to use my arms fully for 2 days straight. And I don't know how long this is gonna last. I guess hearing your shoulder rip is kind of a sign that you should take a break from anything that uses more than just, I guess, typing muscles, but here we are. But yeah, I guess this gives us time to like just kind of think about like what's next steps for us here. So yeah, shop screens got to be implemented. Looking at the rest of the design doc, it shouldn't be too crazy. And I know y'all can't see this, so I'm just kind of looking at it for myself. Yeah, so buy use items, use profits to buy more potatoes. You have to add the buying potato system, but that should be pretty straightforward. Buying sprinklers in other buildings to maximize profit opportunities. Almost done. Paying off loans and bills to keep farm alive. That's the last part. Almost done. And defend farm from enemies. Yes. That's the other thing to do, if we're even going to do that. I don't know. It really just depends on, like, how this game feels after a certain point. Like, we're almost to the point where I can, like, play test. I want to get this to, like, an area where I can just put down an instruction, like, on the itch.io page, and just give it to y'all to play and just see how far you can get and, like, what's really missing and, like, what needs to be added to the game. Because I do like the idea of the shotgun. I am going to use a shotgun from other game, because next game is going to be an FPS, where I don't have to do much crazy, like, informational stuff. Like, it's going to be complicated in this one, right? But, like, a different form of complicated. Kind of gets me out of the habit of just, like, making systematically complex games, which I really, really need to stop doing. Like, if I'm looking at, like, my thought barf kind of thing, yeah, turn-based RPG. That's not actually not bad. That's not bad either. That actually could be a fun game. That could be a fun game. Oh. There's actually a couple of these where I did not... Huh. There's actually a lot of these where a lot of ideas I had that doesn't require me to make inventory systems. Let's make this like one of the last games where I actually make an inventory system. That sounds good for my mental health. Okay. Here, we're going back to the dev scene, so we can get back to the game dev. So, we have the sprinkler set up here. That's fine. Man, it's about as close as we're gonna get on the collision shape, unless I mess with, yeah, I messed with a pretty good spot there. Sprinkler range is fine. We just have to mess with this. There we go. That's a little bit better. No, don't do that, please. Okay. Nice. So now what we have to do is first actually double check to make sure that didn't just mess with everything, because sometimes it does. Did not. That's fantastic. Great. Next thing we have to do is create a sprinkler resource. So you see I've done that right here. I'm actually going to create a new folder inside the scripts folder right here called building resources. And we're going to move our potato patch T-res to this guy here. It's a little easier to read like that. Then inside here, we're going to create a new resource. Love this system. And we're going to create a building resource. Building params, that's what I call it. I'm going to call this one sprinkler. T-res. So this is going to contain the name sprinkler. It's going to have a ghost. Okay. This is a bad habit, but, well, actually, what did I do for this? What did I do for the potato patch one? Yeah, it was just like a straight up, I believe it was just, open anyway. Yeah, it was just that. I guess I could just put down, I could put this guy down for that, because it's a singular thing, goes most of it. Quick load, it will be sprinkler. .glb. Sick, that should fix it. Target building will be the sprinkler. .tc. Cool, that fixes that issue. And collision params. Let's get that set up here. If we go to our sprinkler, well, all that is just the shape of the collision shape 3D. So I just have to take this, copy these values, go to our, where's it, sprinkler T-res here, and just paste the values in here. So now whenever we create a build ghost, this will exist inside that. And final thing we have to do here, and this is good that I'm actually remembering this, is we just have to create a potato. We just have to create a sprinkler reference. So we're gonna create a sprinkler here. And for the value, we're just gonna drag in, well, we gotta make this an object first. And for that, we'll just drag in this. And we will add this. Now I remember how this works, sprinkler, that. Now if we go over to our player's inventory here, and since the player only really owns it, inventory component here. You can see we have a sprinkler right here, which I turned off. So now we should be able to go here, and if we click play, go to our build menu, potato patch, sprinkler, there you go. So this is weird. I don't know why it's like kind of snapping when it does that. Oh, we want to delete that old sprinkler too. So that's something, that's kind of a new thing to learn, which is, well, first I'll get rid of you. There we go. Not 1000% sure why it is kind of snapping to the screen right here. Shouldn't be doing that. Potato patch on the ground, sprinkler not on the ground. What's different between the two that's causing that to happen? Bill goes. You do you. Let's get visible collision shapes and on the player actually. What is causing this? What collision shape am I looking at that's causing them? Is it the shotgun cast? I feel like it's the shotgun cast that's actually causing this. And I believe the player is actually actively looking for it. Right. There you go. Let's just comment these two lines out and add pass in for that. And we're just going to disable you. Hopefully that fixes that, so I don't have this big old block on my screen. No, is it? I'm wondering if it is just straight up this. If it is this, that's great. If it's not, that's odd. Okay, I actually don't know what that is. That's fine, I guess. Oh, nope. Oh, it says undo history for a while there. Okay. Let's keep that in mind. Whatever, I can see through it. Fine. Okay, cool. The sprinkler isn't working. Or it doesn't look right. Oh, yeah, now I remember. It is right. It's just I shrunk down the sprinkler mesh itself. Okay. I wonder if I can just do that by default. Like if I open up this, not the sprinkler T-scene, but sprinkler GOB as like the import. Let's go. Could I just crank down the mesh of this guy to a lot? Nope. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do here. Because I know for a fact that's the problem. Yeah. Let's go to our sprinkler itself. Check out what I just scaled the mesh down to. Sprinkler's mesh has been scaled down to 1/4 of its original size. So let's fix that. Right here. So you looking at your transform, which is where actually. Dude, this is crazy. I actually just need to spend a day relearning Blender. Here we go. Scale. We want you to be 1/4 of what you actually are. So, nope. Oh, whoops! I thought that would link it. Oh wait, I remember how to do this now. Is you drag all of them. It's like Maya. All right, cool. Then we export it. Yep. Now we go back to Godot. We get rid of you. And we get rid of you, and it's gonna freak a lot of things out. Okay, then we open up our file explorer. Then we go to documents. Then we go to projects, and we go to 3D art, potato game, sprinkler. Just drag that guy back in here. Sick, put that back on here. Sick. And that's scaled exactly how I wanted it to. Awesome. Just gotta move you up just like a little. No, 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 no. There we go. There we go. Sick. Awesome. Okay. Now let's just run the game. See if it looks like correct. Whoa. Oh yeah. Okay. That's why. Have to change a lot of things now. Sprinkler, you're fine. Sprinkler GLB, you need to be in mesh mat now. There you go. And sprinkler T-Res, you now need to be the sprinkler GLB right there. Save it. And if I just do this, there we go. Awesome. Just now there's still a problem with the collision shapes for it. So let's go back to our sprinkler here. Oh, wait, I remember. Wait, it should be 1-to-1 now for transform. Yes, so the sprinkler collision shape. Yeah, that's correct too. Interesting. So the collision shape of the sprinkler is set to that. The sprinkler T-Res 0.025. Oh, wait. 0.025, 0.082, 0.0001. Oh, wait, I did position. This is what we actually need. Copy value for that, because it needs to be the shape, not the actual. This is like the transform, or the location. There we go. That should be correct. So now, oh, B, there you go, 2. Sprinkler, potato patch, sprinkler. Is that the, oh, it's a dog walk one. Pretty solid timing, actually. Sprinkler, place. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so here's another thing we have to fix now, because I think the players, is interact cast looking what it's looking for? It'll be under the process. Build cast. What does build cast collide with? Build cast collides with what? Okay, I am back, and where were we? So, the problem is this looks for our build cast looks at the environment, and I think the sprinkler's range counts as environment. Yes, it does. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if I can actually just turn this off, and it will work anyway. Actually, I want to keep on the collisions. I don't know what that one in the middle of my screen is. Annoying though. It's probably the recast. Actually, now I think about it. So we got that potato patch. Okay, now that's not working. Awesome. Fix the sprinkler thing though. And at least the watering thing is still working, so you actually don't need it to exist on any layer. That's good to know. Why isn't this working now? Oh, is it one of the controls you said I did? It is, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, why though? Oh, no, it's right here. Placed building name, okay. So it looks at the player's inventory. It's throwing out that player doesn't own this building to be removed. So I'm assuming, well, that's happening whenever that actually happens. So that's kind of weird. Building manager, sprinkler. Look at the inventory component here. We should just have potato patch and sprinkler. Yep. And real quick, if own building does not has building, okay. Why aren't you doing that? What's being passed in here? Just quickly print building. And I need to start clearing out my print statements. Oh man, that's not even firing off because nothing's being passed through. That's nice. Okay, sweet. New thing to fix. Sprinkler, yeah. Okay, let's look at our build ghost. Builder as building name, yep. Awesome. Oh, dude, that's just straight up not firing off. Okay, but it does get to this line, doesn't it? It does. Okay. That's interesting because it was working before, but it is not working now. Let's check the building manager again real quick. Potato patch, yeah. Sprinklers. Yep. And oh, that's different. Now it's not different. Okay. Okay, so that's fine as is for now. Kind of, maybe, not really. Just straight up not doing that though. It has a reference to build res, so I think, let's see, if we look at our, I'm not sure what, here, let's, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to just run this as is. We're going to quickly go to that. Let's go over to our main, check out our build ghost to see what we're working with here. You have, oh, hey, look at that. Building name, you don't exist when this happens. Interesting. Okay, let's check out our build ghost. Yeah, dude, what? Okay, quick load. Potato patch. Interesting. Okay, so sprinkler, you do exist. Oh, I didn't set it up, did I? Dude, I'm really smart. All right. It's going on a completely different thing. There we go. So I just want to see what happens if I just like place all of a specific building. It's gonna just decrease. Ooh, that was a hard crash. Okay. Oh no, that was a hard crash. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Um, hmm. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick just like break for like 10 minutes. I know it's a longer break than the 5 minute one. Just need to kind of recollect some stuff. But I know how I need to fix this. I'm just gonna quickly say added new sprinkler mesh. Bug occurs when a let's see. Bug occurs when building runs out. Okay, we're gonna do that for now. Quick little 10-minute BRB. We're gonna put that on real quick. Enjoy the lo-fi.
You can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy. Knowing someone that could level you with her eyes.
Okay, I am back. I'm just gonna finish up this one last thing, cause yeah. Sorry, today is not really feeling it. So the issue is whenever the player gets rid of an item, or at least whenever they place something down, this occurs too quickly. So I think what I need to do is just turn this into a function individually, and then we will update it accordingly. So I think I can actually do func update building label, or just update label. Return void. There we go. And yeah, the problem is index gets passed in there, so we're gonna have index int like that. Okay, player buildings is not defined in the current scope. Okay. Okay. Let's think about it like this. So whenever this input event happens, Okay, yeah, wow. Yeah, I really can't focus. Hey, Dr. Gambit, I see you in the stream avatars there. Welcome to the stream. So you're coming at a kind of rough time. I'm in a bit of a shutdown right now. Because I had a lot more on my mind today before I started this stream. So this is what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna take this back here, and instead of kind of like coding through Panic, I'm just gonna cut it here for the stream. I think I'll just like either pick this up off next stream, or I'll just like maybe stream a little again later tonight. But yeah, it's yeah, right now it's just I don't really know how to describe. It's not doing too hot. But yeah, thanks for everyone who joined today. Sorry I had to cut the stream a little bit early today. Yeah, sorry about that. But thanks AWC Video for hopping in the chat saying hi. Good to see you again. Dr. Gambit, I don't know if stream avatars is glitching out, but if you're here for real, thanks for seeing you again too. Hope for what actually did happen in the stream was good. Ben, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Josh is online. Okay, I'm not doing good right now. I'm just gonna lie down.